Okay, this is a hive overwintered. It's doing really well. I was in it briefly about 8 days ago, and she had 4 capped frames, capped on both sides in this box, plus 2 frames that had open brood. So they're getting ready to explode really bad. I did not get into the bottom box. That's my goal today. I'm going to pull a split off of this hive. What I'd really like to do is, if there's a bunch of eggs and larvae in here, I'll end up pulling this box in a few days and just leaving her with this one. If not, I might flip these. So I'm just really going to pull the super off, this off. Take a look in the super. We got a pretty good nectar flow. Might have to add a box. But I want to know what's going on in this box, because this eventually is going to come off as a split. So these are pretty chippy bees. They're not hateful, but they're pretty chippy. So we're going to try to go through it pretty quick. I just want to know what's going on in the bottom box, really is all I need to know today. So I will be using the smoker. Okay, so give them a few puffs there. Super off, crack it, give them a little bit of smoke. Still there's a little bit of weight in there, not a lot, but a little bit. And really I'm just going to go ahead and pull this whole box up. I expect most of the nest to be in this box. Obviously it was last week. I want to know what's going on down here. Good thing is most of your field bees are out. See a lot of activity except for these frames, so I want to know if the queen's been laying in it. If not, then I'm going to flip these boxes. I suspect that's what I'm going to do, because I want her up in this one to lay so I can pull this as a split. A lot of pollen, that's a good thing. If there's pollen, there might be some brood. Things really glued up, but I haven't been in this bottom box. Oh yeah. Okay, we got plenty of brood. So that's not really an issue. Ton of larvae. She's done a good job of getting into this box. I might go ahead and just get this box ready. Kind of good looking brood. Open larva's milky white. We've got open larvae, we've got capped brood. Taking a quick look for her as I go. If I see her, I see her. If I don't, I'm not worried about it. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this box and put it up. I'll put it up top, kind of like a demery, just so I can make a fast split here in a week. They're just starting on some of these frames. Okay. I didn't see her. That's fine. going to get worse here in a minute because I'm going to pull that box off that bottom board. There's several frames of brood there. It'll make a nice split. And there's pollen already. I'll put this back together. Now, brood box right back over here on this bottom board. And I'm going to go get another couple boxes. Be right back. I'm going to give her another medium to work up into. So I plan on pulling a couple splits off of this hive and requeening the original hive later this year. This has got some nice strong comb. They'll have it cleaned up. She'll be up in there in no time. Again, I didn't see her in the bottom box I pulled off. I will go through it again to make sure. As of right now, take a look at the super. Probably want to get another honey super on this one. Let me go get another box just for that. Okay, we're going to put another honey super on. Get these all squared up real nice. Yeah, they didn't get too chippy with me. I've had a lot worse over the years. Now the drawback is you can't control the drones that these queens mate with. That queen was raised last August. I'm going to put this on temporarily. Again, I didn't see her in that box I pulled off that I'm going to put on top here, but I want to make sure. And we'll go through it again just to make sure. There's your insurance policy to sequester if she would be in there. I just sequestered her to this box. And again, the reason I'm doing this, I'm not really doing it as like a demery as typical I do. I just want to make a split. I'm trying to expand the apiary. So they're going to try to create queen cells up here, just like in a demery. As you can tell, they're just not happy with me. I do not want daughters off of this one. So I'm going to pull this box and remove any queen cells in a week. That box will be hopelessly queenless. This one here that I'm going to be pulling off, and I'll be able to introduce a new queen to it. So we gave her another box to expand into that, honestly, let's see, this is toward the end of April. End of May, I'll be able to pull, end of May, 1st June, I'll be able to pull this off as another split toward the end of our nectar flow. So I'm not going to hurt them at all. They're going to keep moving forward. We have already entered our nectar flow this week. I will be able to help expand the apiary by pulling splits off of her. And I got a bee that's absolutely attacking the microphone. Okay, it's been a week since I did the box move. If you remember, this a week ago was on the very bottom. The deep was right above it. Queen excluder, honey super. And we pulled it off. There was brood, open brood, capped brood. Not a lot, but there was some in there. and I moved it all the way up to the top, left the queen and the majority of the brood. There were 6 frames of brood in this bottom box. Gave her another box to work up into, put the queen excluder back on, gave him an extra honey super. Basically, all I'm going to do now is grab this. It's been a week. I'm going to grab this, put it over on another bottom board, probably shake in some more bees, and they'll be ready to put a queen in a cage in. I've got some queens coming along with some more packages, and kind of trying to get everything staged ahead of time. So yeah, today I'm just going to move it on over. I'll probably do some quick looks, shake some more bees in. We're going to put an entry reducer on there. I'm going to get in here and make sure everything looks okay. If they need any additional resources, you know, I can drop a feeder on them. I'll probably go ahead and drop a feeder on them. I got a quart over here ready for them. Let's go ahead and get the entry reducer on. Then I'm going to go through it, make sure it's got enough bees. If it doesn't have enough bees, I'll grab a couple frames and shake them in here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that'll work really good. Now, let's take a look, see what's going on in here, make sure they got enough. They got this thing glued down really well. Oh yeah, they got plenty of bees. Okay. So really all I need to know, I'm going to make sure they got plenty of food. I'm just going to put a feeder on them. Here in a few days, I've got a queen coming. I will put her down in here. We're starting a new colony off of that. As that colony I took us from works up into that other medium, I'm going to do the same thing here in about a month. Once she lays it up really good, I'm just going to pull it, put it on another bottom board, introduce another queen. This is the year of rebuilding. So I'm going through and double checking a couple things. Making sure they do have food. I am going to put a feeder on them. And make sure that they didn't decide to create a queen cell that far up in the colony, which is always a possibility. They're that far removed away from the main brood nest. So that's what I'm doing right now, is kind of going through. There's a lot of capped brood here. And this will be emerging here fairly soon. I mean, yeah, a lot of capped brood. That's going to really boost up the population quick on this hive, with a lot of nurse bees about the time that I'm introducing this other queen. Actually, I won't be introducing the queen for actually another week. So here I'm just scraping off the propolis so these frames fit snug. Just taking a quick look, make sure everything looks good. And it does. Oh, wow, I mean, that's actually full of nectar there. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put a feeder on them. Just double checking everything, make sure everything looks good. Definitely ready for a queen. There's no young larvae at all. So they're hopelessly queenless. They'll take a queen real easy. Okay. 1 quart feeder. top like that. Box over top of that. And put the lid on. Now I do have a notch here on the inner cover, and we'll tape over that. I just want one entry only.